of a conversation not to have on air. You know, I totally feel you, man.
Well, you know, we're always burning content.
Yeah, right.
You know, behind the scenes, and then
too often we're freaking late too, so we might as well do an episode early.
Well, and too often with content, the juicy content that we just can't wait to talk about, we never circle back to it anyways. We talk about it off air. We feel like we talked about it, and then we go, "Oh,
wait, yeah, we already talked about it. Yeah. We talked about it.
We talked about it. We had a chat about that." But you know what? And what we were chatting about, folks, is Final Fantasy. That's right. This is release weekend. I wonder how many people are not here tonight because of release weekend. Yo, Time Capsule. Of course, you are here, buddy.
My man.
You are our shining example of a channeled member. I mean that with all seriousness, too. Yeah, we were talking about prices. I mean, I think that's the big thing. And hang on until later in the show tonight. I'll reveal something that I've got in the works to shed some more light on pricing info. And Pat, you were talking about these. That the cheapest now is how much for the bundle?
$238.95.
But I think there was a discount for the case.
There's only 13 available across 4 sellers. This is just
and I'm going to call bullshit. What are we? 30 seconds into the cast.
Yeah.
I'm going to call bullshit that there's not 13 available because nobody has them yet. They're not out yet. They're delayed.
I mean, some stores might physically have them, and that's the thing is something to keep in mind with how scarce this looks is only people that are stores are able to sell online TCG Player right now for Final Fantasy because it's still
gift bundles. Even the stores don't have them yet.
Right, so they're just spending. They're just listing what they expect to be getting in.
Right. So I have no reports or even a feel for how much of it is canceled. Just to kind of share what I did, you know, I pre-ordered a case of collector boxes and a collector commander deck set. I got 1 box. That's it on my pre-order. So it's very, very rare, the collector boxes. I even have a number, and I hate to share it because it's going to spoil some of our future jazz, but for the numbers that I got, the store ordered 100 of the collector commander decks. They got 4.
Jeez Louise.
I was number 5 in line.
Wow.
Course. I'm always the first asshole at the red light, you know. It's like, damn it.
You actually want them?
Yeah, I do. I know that blows your mind, Matt, but I like having things that are rare in my collection and put them up on display.
No, well, I don't want them. I don't want them because they're going to be pringled. That's the only reason I haven't bought them.
But they'll only be pringled if you open it.
Yeah, right. It's Schrodinger's foils. You don't know how flat they are,
right? You don't know that they're pringled until you open it. So
I have really good things about the foilings in this set. I saw a couple people even opening the bundles, and usually those lands are pretty pringled, you know, rather.
You know what? I'll be right back. I'll show you the foils that I got. They're pretty flat.
I'll hang out with Matt. He's great.
That doesn't mean anything about the commander decks. I don't know. The foil surge have almost always been pringled, which is a bit unfortunate.
Yeah,
I mean, I could have bought these. I actually probably still can buy them for $1,000 if he wants them. Like MVP Sports has them for $1,000.
Yeah, I've got to say, this set is really surprising that it's holding as strong as it has been. Usually I expect a sharper drop off than, we've seen. Probably in the next week or so when everybody really gets their packages delivered and cards in hand.
I'm not surprised. I don't know. I'm surprised the play boosters are going up as high as they are because, like, right now I can buy them even still from MVP Sports for $158.
For play boosters?
Yeah, was that $50 cheaper than TCG Player?
Actually, I saw on Amazon. I believe, play booster boxes are $185 on Amazon. So it's actually
even those gift
to
bundles. You could buy one for $172 from Amazon.
Oh, there we go.
They say it doesn't release until July 2nd or 2nd through the 7th or something like that for the gift
Amazon
bundles.
changed my shipping status, so now it's like in that pre-shipping.
So this is one of the foils. This is one of the ones that actually Sherry opened. That Joker is
flat as paper.
Yeah, for now. A lot of the foils are flat.
These have been open for a while, and this is the Pringling. It is very, very slight. Very slight. That's how pringled it is. It's so slight. It's hard. I can see it barely.
I can see it.
Huh?
It's just gonna get worse.
No, this is the pre-release. These have been out and open and in the air for forever, so they're not going to get worse. But I don't know. You can see like there's just a very slight gap there. Yeah. So they're pretty flat.
I don't trust it.
Well, I mean, we'll find out in the long run, right?
I mean, MVP Sports has them for $10.85 if you want it.
No, not at that price.
What do you mean? The MSRP is $1,000, so it's like $80 more.
Well, the store is supposed to sell it to me for $600.
Oh,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was fifth in line.
We're going to open it all first.
Damn it! We'll get to that. So, I want to see what the audience thinks.
One of the most insane things I've ever fucking heard.
Yeah, that Matt discovered. But here's the whole stack, and you can't pick out the foils in there. That's the whole pre-release bundle.
No, but there's a bunch of white cards in there. That's throwing me off. They put white cards in it. Great.
Those that you picked out are the art cards.
Oh, the art cards. Yeah. God, so what a useless thing to continue in Magic. Fuck.
I don't understand it, but
it's funny. I at first liked them. I'm like, thought they were kind of cool, but now I just don't give a crap.
Yeah, it's just another thing to throw away.
I have multiple sets of ones from Strixhaven because I opened so many boxes of that. Don't know what I'm ever going to do with them, but I have them.
So I do have a funny story. You know what? This is the first time I've been to a pre-release in probably since Nemesis. When was that? 2000?
Yeah, a very long time ago. Yeah.
I think it's the last pre-release I went to. And so I wanted to slow roll my pre-release card, you know. I'm trying to look at just the back and I could see the edges of it. Yeah. So I tried to slow roll it and I'm like, damn it.
Yeah.
So that's
one of the things about this entire set.
I couldn't slow roll it. I was like, son of a bitch.
Matt, you're kind of a numbers guy when it comes to Magic stuff. I personally feel as though this has got the most double-sided cards out of any set ever. It's ridiculous, right?
Well, yeah. You see, what happened is like they wanted to up their word count on the cards, and then they couldn't fit it on the front. So then they like spun it around and like put it on the back as well.
Well, they did the same thing with lands. They're like, how can we make lands more complicated? Oh, make them a spell too.
Yeah.
They should make them omens, so you have to shuffle it back in your deck and take it. Let me tell you,
when they first came out with the modal ability, those probably also had a bunch of two-sided cards.
But
okay, so Zendikar Rising for sure. I mean,
I like modal better too. I do like modal better. Only I don't like the fact that you had to flip them. The problem with I don't like things having to be in a temporary space like temporary exile. You know what I mean? Like when I considered exile in the past, it was out of the game, right?
Yeah, it was exiled.
Yeah, but now when you cast these modal lands, they go to a temporary exile. They're not in your graveyard. They're not in your hand. They're not in play. They're in exile, but not completely because you can play it from there. And it's like I don't like that play space. It's kind of confusing. Additionally, I'm just going to say this, with all the mechanics that they have of having to take your cards out to flip them over in the sleeve, blah, blah, blah. Oh, and when it dies, you got to flip it back over and take it out of the sleeve, put it back in the sleeve. Like they could not slow this set down any more than they did. Like it was very slow. There were so many people that were sitting there at time and had to go to. I'm not really sure I really understand the whole at time thing. Okay, we're in time rounds now, and you get like 5 rounds or something.
Yeah, hurry up.
Yeah, when it goes to time, you go to 5 rounds. Starting
so and there was several people doing that because the set is just so slow.
That happens almost every pre-release. That's not anything new. There's just a lot of slow people.
I'm just saying. I feel this set is like running in mud.
Actually, Dragons of Tarkir, I don't think we went to time, I think, only once. So I guess that's not totally true. But I don't remember there being a lot of time rounds. That's why I don't like doing FNM anymore, because it's too many slow players.
So
I'll be done like 30 minutes.
I was discussing with Bob about his pre-release experience. How was yours?
I didn't go.
Well, there we go. Matt and I are in.
I wanted to go. I couldn't.
It went.
Yeah, I mean, I bought the pre-release kit. We were supposed to go with my 2 buddies, Nate and David. But my grandma passed away, so I didn't want to cancel family night. Normally, I do family nights with my dad and my sisters and mom on Fridays. But every now and then, there's the magic thing that I will cancel for. I felt like this one wasn't appropriate to cancel for, even though it is a very exciting pre-release. I really wanted to go, but I'm like, nah, it's fine. I'll just have them pick up my pre-release kit. So I'll have it. I don't know what to do with it, but I'll have it. We open it. Maybe as a little video.
Yeah, keep it sealed. Honestly, that's going to be a rare enough item going forward.
Pre-release kit? Nah.
Yeah.
I'll say this: the inside box.
I like the inside. I want the die. I want the insides.
I'm going to turn off my green screen here. I didn't realize how bad it was going to be.
The kid's doing some work.
It's like, oh boy, it's going to take a second to shut that filter off. Okay, so you see, it's too close to the background there, but it's got, everything about it is just this. What do you call it? 16-bit.
Yeah. What color die did you get?
Even they're all black dye with different colored ink, and I got the black with white.
Okay.
Kind of unimpressive. They're not really all special. Just 2 letters FF, but they have that pixel art all over it, and the other part of the box too had it all over the inside of it. Once you open, and boy, it was really funky opening that pre-release kit. The way that it opens, it just kind of splays out in every direction.
Yeah.
Yep, that's normal.
No, it wasn't like that for Lord of the Rings. I mean, it literally just octopuses out into like all these different flaps. But it's the inside stuff was far more interesting than the outside box. So
yep, that's why I would want to open it.
Well, yeah, I mean, it could be an investment, that kind of deal.
They wouldn't let me walk out of the store with it sealed. They said, "Oh, you'd have to leave it here till Monday." Oh, okay.
Why?
What?
I don't know.
I've never heard that.
Yeah, me neither. I've seen tons of people buy
because they wanted people to come in and play it and not leave with it. And I think it's probably the same thing that dude that we're going to discuss later with the awesome option for buying pre-release stuff. Not me. And the only reason I even went up there was to pick up my collector box that I got for $480. So I'm happy with that. Well, it was $480. I got $50 off. So with taxes, I walked out at like $463. So I'm happy with that. It's still sealed. That's the one that got the Golden Chocobo. $200,000 sitting on my table.
That just blew my mind. Actually, I saved that. I found that listing on eBay. And yeah, it's still there. 429 people have hearted it. So there's 429 people watching it. It's in 10 carts. It just blows me away.
I would not want to sell it on eBay. The amount of seller fees you'd have to pay on 200K.
Oh my God. Yeah. 13%. Holy shit. They didn't think about that one, did they?
Wasn't it 15% on TCG Player?
I think it's the same on both.
Yeah.
Because they're the same company.
Well, I would want to sell it outside of that. Just like
what? Okay. Now check this out. It's $200,000 or best offer. But caveat, $3.91 shipping.
No way.
Dude, I'm not fucking joking whatsoever.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a bargain.
No. That's going to have like $50 in shipping, like hand delivered, triple stamped, double stamped, insured for way too much. No.
You mean they ain't flying it out to me and handing it to me? Like, what the hell?
Yeah, $200,000. Not a
shipping,
chance. I want that in the mail.
$3.91.
Later, time capsule. Enjoy dinner.
No way you transfer hands of something through the mail that's $200,000. That's just nope.
Nah, yeah, this is.
Your card got chewed up in the machine.
Not very good photographs either. This is just like the stock image.
Well, you can when you send cards, you definitely want to send them not through. You want to do a non-machinable stamp.
I'm just saying, anything can happen. It could get flooded at the post office.
No way. That would never happen.
Yeah, right. Dude, there was a really bad storm earlier today, and I was like, no, don't do this. Don't do this.
Well, if you want to do it now, then rather now than later.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I looked at Amazon. My expected delivery date for let me double check that. Was like June 19th.
Well, I've got more play boxes coming than I thought. I have four boxes coming.
I got a bunch, and they're already in the mail. They'll be here by Monday.
Yeah, my gift bundle from Amazon shows arriving Tuesday, July 1st, which
I've got three play boxes at $139.
Oh, my play boxes aren't coming from Amazon. That's coming from Game Nerds.
See, the conniving jackass I am. I used our own affiliate link on TCG Player to buy 5 play booster boxes. So not only did I get score credit, but we also got paid through our affiliate link.
Hey, might as well use it. We got it.
Help support the show, guys. Not just me.
It's changed it. It's now arriving June 30th. And oddly enough, my commander decks from Amazon are coming in June 16th.
Oh, well, you'll be rocking and rolling.
I assume Nightbot hasn't. I haven't even seen Nightbot in a while. I went to go log into him to have him join the channel again, and I did some weird thing where it wants permissions for the channel, and I'm like, no, what? No, I don't trust it. It used to just join the channel. What the fuck does it need permissions for?
Damn it, Nightbot.
They did something with the thing where it's it says select what Nightbot can access. View and manage your assets and associated content on YouTube. No. What? Manage your YouTube account. No, thank you. It does not need this access. I don't understand. It's never needed this access before. Why does it want it now? Cancel.
Expanding their overreach.
Go away.
Damn. People not reading those end user license agreements that you love biting people in the ass again.
It's the pre-release is what I expected it to be. Is
that a good or a bad thing?
Well, first of all, I'm not the most competitive player.
Yeah.
I played a Cecil deck, by the way. I got 2 Cecils, so I figured, might as well play them. Seems pretty good. 1 mana for a 2/3 Death Toucher.
Isn't that the one where can't attack for a turn? Is it stunned?
No.
There's a downside to it, isn't there?
Oh yeah, he does as much damage to you as he does to the other.
Oh, and then it flips when you're below half your life points. Is that
not
the
below?
One?
At or below? Yeah.
Okay.
I did get him to flip in one of the games. But I won that game. But the other guy was mana screwed, so it was like, well, I don't like that.
What was the price support like?
I don't know. I conceded after the first round and left.
I see.
It's similar to my experience when I go to pre-releases. I usually don't participate a terribly long time.
That's
it was already
why bother?
They gave us an hour. I think it was more than an hour to build the deck.
Oh, that's way too long.
Shit.
I think normally it's 40 minutes.
I passed out a bunch of Commander Raid tokens, the with the misspellings on them.
Nice.
And, tried to push it a bit and talk to the store owner about, hey, can I come in and start teaching people how to play Commander Raids? And he's like, yeah, on Tuesdays. I'm like, all right. The problem is, it's like almost a 40-minute drive. Like, it's 35 minutes.
Yeah.
It's like, ugh. That's a commitment just to teach other people how to play Commander Raids. But
I don't even know if I've been to recess games, honestly.
But speaking of which, I spoiled it that we'll give some better information about pricing information and distribution stuff. And guess what? Guess what distribution company has my copy of the 4 Commander deck set?
The normal one or the collector version?
The collector.
The normal one. Oh, the ones that were canceled.
You bet. Alliance. So that's supposedly still in the pipeline to get to them, but they don't have it yet, and I was 5th on the list. Anyways, we were talking about it. And I got some more information about him. I don't want to give away the cow with the milk here, but I asked him to come be a guest for our channel, and he has graciously agreed. I haven't set up the time frame with him. I wanted to run it by you guys first, and we'll still have to discuss that maybe in the member show later. But that's right. We're going to have an LGS owner who's been around for 33 years, that has a pretty unique viewpoint. Most LGS owners have not been in business for 30 plus years. So, right since the start of Magic, right?
Yeah.
And he's agreed to come on. We'll try to set that up, and we'll let you guys know when he's going to be here, and you can pick his brain. I just asked everybody to be respectful. He's got a lot of good information, and he'll dispel a lot of rumors and a lot of myths, and give firsthand account of what it's like to be a store owner.
How old is he? Like 50? 60?
I didn't card him, but
I mean, you could tell, can't you? Like just an estimate. I'm just curious because I mean, if the game's 30 years old, that means he would have had to be at least 20 to open a store. I can't imagine he'd be much younger than that. He's bare minimum 50.
And it's probably evolved a lot over his ownership as well. I mean, MTG and Pokemon weren't.
And
really
I don't know if we can. You know what? These are all great questions we can ask him when he gets here.
We'll have to put it on our topic ideas,
our docket.
Yeah.
But I
think what we could also do is probably do a poll out to the Discord as well to get an idea of what if any they have questions and whatnot.
Yeah,
I have a couple of questions when in regards to like basically how do you, as a store owner where you're like, it's for profit at the end of the day, how do you ride the line between selling too cheap and selling for MSRP, when there's like a big demand for product like this,
or over MSRP to cover store costs, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Or to squelch demand. Anyways, we could ask all these great questions and we can come up with a ton of them. But yeah, I mean, for anybody in the audience that has some questions that they would like to ask of a legit LGS owner, and it is the only premier WPN store in the area. They're pretty big, but we'll get more into that when we actually set up a date and get him on here on the show. We have other guests that we're hoping to line up in the near future. I don't want to spoil anything yet because too many things are not set in stone. We will have, starting next week, that's right, getting back to our series of box break Commander Raid deck builds. And this will be for Final Fantasy. One of us here will definitely be breaking a box starting next week. And hopefully for the succeeding 4 weeks, we'll be cracking a box. And then that would put us, I haven't looked at the date yet. Have you guys, for the play date? Wow. Okay. Why is it not bringing up the calendar? What did they do?
1, 2, 3, 4. So that would be the 12th of July.
Yeah, the one ass week that's in there. So hopefully we're not going to have a delay. Is July 5th. What a bad day to break a box. Everybody's going to be busy on 4th of July weekend.
Yeah, maybe. I never have plans for 4th of July.
So short straw on that night, but then the following week, the 12th of July, is when we're looking to play our Final Fantasy decks. Woo! I already know who I hope to pull. You guys already know who I hope to pull.
Yeah, it's Tifa because she's a strong woman.
You want to pull on her?
It's definitely Tifa.
It's because of the bracers.
Yeah.
She makes me brace.
Yeah. I was really disappointed that you can't pull the commander. You can't pull the commander cards in
the play booster boxes. Well, as long as I can still get Lightning, Army of One, things will be fine.
That's what I want. Stay with my girl.
There's so many commanders. It's gonna be.
Yeah, I still have not gotten. I haven't went any further in the list of cards for the shorts. I think I was in blue, if I remember correctly. So yeah, once I get the multicolored, I know that's probably where the majority of the cards are. I think it's like a 2-color set.
Yeah, there are some 3 colors.
Yeah,
no 5 colors. Well, that's not true.
Yeah, unlike Edge of Eternities, which is definitely a 3-color set.
I'm pretty excited. Although I see there, we got there's one of the story lead directors of, or I shouldn't say one of the story lead director of Magic the Gathering. He released some like kind of tidbit on. I shouldn't say release. He posted on X about
X
basically the TLDR of what the story is going to be about. Roy Graham. He said he wanted to take a minute to talk about the upcoming Edge of Eternity set and story expectations. First, it is fully a Magic canon, but it is also relatively disconnected from the ongoing storyline and you've been following. If you've been following the web fiction, they wanted to give it a setting room to stand on its own. That means that if you're curious about Magic fiction but didn't know where to start, great news. There's nothing whatsoever you need to catch up on before getting into this. So basically, the TLDR, it's the science fantasy of Magic.
Yes,
so I don't know exactly what that means.
Yeah, it's going to be Kikar, the Spaces Fury.
It's going to be something. It definitely isn't what I was. I should say told. It wasn't from what I thought it was going to be about. Well, I mean, I guess it still could be. But if it was about the Eldrazi, the origination of the Eldrazi is much more interesting to me than whatever they're going to talk about, probably. But we'll see.
Magic.
I don't know. There's space magic in D&D, and I've never kind of given a crap about the Githyanki and all that. I mean, it's interesting, but not like super.
I mean, wasn't that the whole point of like Baldur's Gate 3, the Gith and all that?
Yeah, the Githyanki and the Mind Flayers basically warring still, and then people are caught in the middle of it.
Yeah, these look like space bugs and stuff. I'm looking at some of the Edge of Eternity stuff now, and I don't know. This kind of does it for me. I like this kind of shit.
I'll tell you what, I definitely pre-ordered stuff early on Amazon just because you can cancel. There's no real commitment for it, so
yeah.
At the very least, have collector boxes. Everything else I can kind of get. And realistically, nowadays, MVP Sports has had everything. So the only thing they didn't have this time around was the gift bundles. They had 0. There was none available. So I don't know if they just didn't have any or if they're waiting because it's a month out still. I don't even know if Rudy's going to have any of them. But his prices have been garbage. I think he claims he's doing it on purpose, but at the end of the day, he probably just wants more money. But he didn't want to give a heavy discount. He claims he doesn't want to do a heavy discount, and it does logistically make sense. It's a product that's super hard to get. It's close to MSRP for once in a while, and if he gave the discount too low, people would like spam buy it immediately, and then not everybody would have a chance to buy it. So him having the prices they're like lower than TCG, but not by a ton. At least you get a reliable source to get it at a better price than TCG players. So it's kind of like, I guess it's fine, but I don't know. Like for instance, his collector or his Final Fantasy play boxes was yesterday, and they were $166.
What I tell you,
it's like not Not very
Yeah.
good. I mean, it is cheaper than anywhere else ish, kind of, besides MVP Sports.
No, honestly, I got all mine on TCG Player during that big event, and it was notably cheaper after shipping.
It was 144 plus.
Yeah.
Plus
after taxes and shipping, it was 153.
Look, I was like, I've been talking about Game Nerds, and they had them on their site for months at 149.
Well, I mean, MVP Sports right now has them for 158, so it's still cheaper, and they don't do tax. That's included taxing and all that kind of stuff.
Well, and Game Nerds doesn't charge taxes or shipping either.
It has been one of those situations recently where I have thought about closing the Patreon account because I'm spending $15 a month. Now, granted, I will say, it's not really worth closing it, because even if I were to just purchase $1 a month from him on his monthly list of stuff, boxes,
you
can make up that $15 quite easily. Like, he does give discounts. It's just, I think, so realistically, I feel like he's probably just doing, I wouldn't say the right thing necessarily, but what I would have preferred, and I don't know how much I've been a supporter of him time-wise versus other people, but for products like this that have high demand, he still should give a deep discount, but then regulate it to the people that have been the supporter the longest. That way that new people can't just come in for one set and then leave the moment after.
So Game Nerds is up to 160 a box. 159.97. But yeah, I ordered 9 boxes for them.
The name of that person
just like this,
it reflects the comments.
Wow.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Hey man, they make them in all different types nowadays, from what I hear. So
yeah, there were some of those
pre-released all different types. I mean, the neon ink chocobos are also going for a pretty penny too. Not just the golden chocobo, but the other
we're still in pre-release time. I don't believe any of the prices of anything right now.
Yeah, it clearly. Much of this
Lance is loving this shit right now.
Hey, Lance, thanks for joining us.
This has got to be a great time to be a record shipper.
I've been trying to wrap my head around it. I was actually watching Jake and his breakdown of what he believes, and God bless his soul. He's another one of those copium.
Sorry, I heard you say Jake and breakdown in the same sentence.
Oh wow,
yeah.
He's kind of like Josh. You know, when you watch them and you're like, oh, isn't that cute?
That's a beautiful opinion. It's just like so perfect.
I think there's something to what he was saying, and it's sort of revelational. It actually did give me insight. Because Magic's gotten, I'll be honest with you, it's gotten too complex for me. And what I mean by that, from a collector standpoint, I don't understand. Sephiroth and Lightning Army of 1 on the back, and says 2 traditional foils, and then it's just 2 random cards.
2 cards that it does not necessarily include.
That's interesting.
I think that's pretty typical kind of marketing. They do it on all those like mystery boxes at Walmart, you know, and they show like a revised pack.
What up, Go
Brain?
Although I don't want to lose gotta say, you know, to their point though, I have seen at least a couple people open up bundles and stuff and look at the cards and be like, oh, I'm gonna get Cecil and Sephiroth because it's what's on the box art, and then be very between disappointed and surprised.
Is that normal though? I never look at a box and go, I'm gonna get those cards. Like, that's not a
there's
thought.
Normally some like
the only
asterisk that says like featured cards might not be as displayed or some shit.
The only bundle that I did that with is because they promised them, and that was the 4-piece picture art from the Lord of the Rings bundle.
Lord of the Rings, exactly. That makes sense.
But
I think at the bottom it says like included or some shit.
Extended art cards in there are new.
Yeah, well, I can't even keep up with chat.
Yeah, sorry. It shows the One Ring and then it's not in there.
Oh, there's a gift bundle on eBay for $149.
But here's the thing: you have to read this stuff, not just look at the pretty pictures, right?
Reading is difficult, and I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but you have to. I don't. I ignore the art. I ignore the art on the boxes and read like the description, either from WotC or on Amazon. Is usually pretty good about describing leaked well ahead of time of what's actually in the products.
The amount of Magic cards that just have too many words, and I just look the owner in the eye, and I'm like, yeah, but what's it do?
I see what he's saying. It is a little bit more misleading than we're making it out, or than I shouldn't say we're making it out to be. The packaging is definitely more misleading. Let me pull up a picture here.
But I mean, that's a good point. Peace and love.
Yeah,
it would be infuriating if they followed a certain path. Right? If they've been doing this consistently, bundle after bundle after bundle after bundle, and then they switch gears on this bundle, that's a legitimate gripe. It really is.
Also, I just gotta say, I love the huge shift in names from the commenters we've had in the last 5 minutes.
I'm not going to go there, but we've gotten completely off of the topic that I wanted to share. Yo, what's up, Coach? And it was from Jake, and I kind of want to give some credence to what he was saying. I think he was smoking a bit of copium and hopium.
Yeah, it looks like you're gonna get those.
Yeah, because they're displaying art, not extended art, cards
as one and Sephiroth, right? So you have to look and see what. Oh, appreciate it. Okay. Yeah, that sucks. Peace and love. It does. But it does spell out there that it's just 2 traditional extended art foils, so you'd have to look at the list of extended art legends, right?
Yeah, but they are. I don't know. I get that.
I get that he's got a legitimate gripe. I agree with that. Yeah. Speaking of which, and this is just exactly what I was talking about with confusion. It's gotten so complex to figure out what should be the chase or valuable things. Do you guys know what the what do they call them? The artist cards, the
artist proof
cards. So that's a type of card you can get, and then there's surge foil, and then there's extended foil, and then there's regular, and there's
surge foil,
borderless, and then you just saw it full art.
Then there's Pringled cards you can get.
And then there's the walkthrough time or whatever the hell it's called.
Special guests or something.
No. What the hell is it called?
They do have that bonus sheet in here too.
It's
not quite Outlaws at Thunder Junction convoluted, but it is one step shy.
Okay.
I'm okay with there being lots of versions of cards. I don't care. That doesn't bother me at all.
Well, to Jake's point, I think that's the direction they're trying to go to force collectability. That these cards that are in some special version are the sought after cards, the ones that will be the collectible,
right? That much more rare,
yeah. As opposed to just good cards, right? Like what was traditionally valuable in Magic, and then it became, the borderless, and then it was the ones from Kaladesh and those blocks, the
masterpieces, yeah.
And it's an ever shifting target, and it's hard for anyone to really keep track of set by set. Like, okay, if you know which ones are for this current set, which are the valuable ones out of Thunder Junction? Go. Right? Like, I don't know. I'd have to go look it up. So it's not consistent at all, just like the box art, apparently. It's gotten to the point where we've talked about it before that it's making me care less about. Wow. Apparently Pat cared less.
But
he said, "Get me out of here.
I'm done."
Didn't want to hear it. It's making me care less, not completely not care at all, but care much less about trying to figure it out. I can't keep up. I give up.
Well, luckily, since none of us are really going to be opening the collector's product, and that's where the real confusion lies.
Incorrect. I will be opening 4 collector packs in some fashion, probably as shorts.
Oh,
I bought the single packs, and I'm not going to resell single packs. So,
you did buy some single collectors?
Yeah, they're from MVP. They're probably the most reliable. I don't know. I trust them for some reason.
Sometimes they're just too big to fuck around. I mean, that's why Donald Trump.
Yeah,
likes
they don't have
McDonald's.
time to deal with that bullshit.
Yeah,
you know,
they don't care. It's just next. Give me the next. Give me the next.
They do everything in bulk, I'm sure. I don't know where do they get the single packs from? If they're bubbles packs, it makes more sense. But I don't think these are. I don't know where you get. Are they opening the
busted
boxes?
stuff? You know,
it could be from damaged product or damaged shipping or something.
Well, and they might have opened a bunch of gift bundles. Why? I have no idea.
Yeah, right.
But
what's up, Coach?
But
I mean, I did something similar.
We might be opening a collector box, but unfortunately, if I do open one,
he's got to get married first.
No, well, no, but that's coming sooner than. Geez, we got to get on the ball with that. It's only like a couple months away, but it won't be on camera.
I can understand that.
She did not want to be on camera.
I don't know why. She could just do the hands thing.
No, she doesn't even want to do hands. She doesn't. She wants. The only thing
she doesn't want to throw hands.
Is she wants you to see her give me a mug of coffee. But choice. Look, I don't push it. She pulls fantastic. She's the one that pulled single snipe that enchanted Elsa. So out of a starter deck, there's
Can't
one.
Make somebody do something they don't want to. Yeah, right. No hand stuff.
Yeah. Sadly, not on film, anyways. Dual brain. Plenty of hands behind the scene. But it's we might be, but no, I don't. I fully expect to lose our ass on. I know you can
opening a collector box. Yeah, well, it's kind of wild because of some of the inclusions. I mean, if you hit a neon ink, boom, instantly you're way freaking ahead. Along with that, if you get a surge foil, most of those are $200. That's a huge offset.
No, the one that I want most, I think, is still 500.
But I mean, realistic, even aside from that, just knowing.
But I don't want it because it's 500. You know which one I want.
That's exactly it. Is you don't care about the price either way. It's all technically a loss or whatever because it's not going to get resold. You're not recouping any of your monetary value out of it.
Well, also you have to remember that the pricing that you paid.
What up?
It'll be interesting. The low price, the low price that you paid. I'm curious if that's still even low enough to break even once the set's fully released and the cards go down. Because I do think that the prices right now are way too high.
Oh yeah.
Is VV still $100? Because that shit's crazy to me.
Some versions are more. The extended art version that's like the
it's not a $42 for the cheapest version. That's
what's crazy to me. Look at the Ristic study.
Oh, I haven't checked that out. Yeah.
Is that the special guest version?
Through the Ages?
Is that it's kind of annoys me that it's literally just a picture from the game. It's $100. It's notably more expensive than regular ass Ristic study.
The anime version from Wilds of Eldraine is also $100, so
I'd much rather have the one from Wilds of Eldraine. I think it's a better looking card.
Well, okay. So here's the thing about the Final Fantasy thing. If you've played Final Fantasy, that is a very
iconic scene,
memorable scene. Yeah, so it's very iconic to the game.
Yeah, but they cut it straight from the game.
Yeah,
it's a screen capture.
It is hard for me to So again, Adventures of Forgotten Realms. I have the encyclopedia that they based all of the artwork on, and it felt like a travesty, doubly so. I mean, they really screwed the cards over, but then the artwork they put on it did not feel original whatsoever. And this is a weird combination of that feeling and me being a proxy enthusiast. Wait, this is on the back of a Magic card? Holy shit, this just doesn't feel at all like it's in place. It's just a picture and then Magic card stuff over the top of it. It's very off-putting. Not going to be pissed if I get a version of it, though.
That's the one I want to pull.
I would not be terribly mad getting that card.
Yeah, she's cute.
Right?
That's not a single I'm going to buy at that price. I'll proxy that shit first.
Does anyone really care about the surge foil treatments, or is it just because it's rare?
I was trying to get to that point, Coach. And hello, Neil.
Hell, Neil.
I think that's the direction that WotC's trying to take this, right? That these are going to be so rare. It's like, if you want Ishtola, I do like this. I would like to have the surge foil version of it, but at like 1/10 of the price. Yeah. I would buy that at 1/10 of the price, not this price.
I would proxy it at a far smaller fraction thereof.
So you can't get a surge foil.
No, you can get just regular foil. And honestly, because I like sleeve most of my decks, except for Ureni,
yeah, foiling,
you're a bad girl.
Foiling doesn't come through when you just double sleeve it.
Exactly. That's why it's kind of like, what's this even matter? And you guys know I am stocked on Dragon Shield still.
I also am stocked on Dragon Shields because from MVP Sports, they're $7 a piece. It's hard to pass up.
Damn. Yeah, that is very solid.
So I bought like 7. I have like 7 extra sleeves of different colors. Now I will say they're not the best quality. They seem to like get better as you shuffle them. They seem very like rough on the edges, and they seem like crunchy when you start shuffling them. But the more you play with the deck, the more smooth it feels. So they're like, it's like an unfinished product that like gets like finished as you're shuffling it. I don't know, it's strange. But you know, like I said, for $7, they are better than most sleeves for that price.
Yeah, I might have to pick some up, but I'd really rather get the katanas.
There's that website that I linked that had katanas for sale. I want to see. I'm gonna go back and see if they were like $10 a sleeve.
A sleeve?
Damn. $10 a sleeve. Like $1,000 good that would be. They'd have to make them so good.
It's Ancient Copper Dragon is the most expensive Through the Ages card.
Yes.
Wow.
And I'm not. That wouldn't excite me if I pulled that, to be honest.
Oh, none of these excite me whatsoever looking at them, because they're mostly that Amano art, which honestly I really dislike his art style.
Like let's show the audience what you're looking at and thinking. Like, let's just go through it. I agree, but I do like the art on the Ancient Copper Dragon. I'm not gonna lie, I like that one.
That is definitely the best
one of the few
fun, as they say.
Well, I think there's another one that's not shabby. But yeah, it's not as exciting as it was in the War of the Spark for me, for like the Narset one that he did.
Yeah, the Ancient Copper Dragons. It looks just like a bunch of.
It's the second most expensive one, Coach. Wow, is that really at 85? That like the market price and the listing is what's the catch on that listing for the 85? Says 85 or 87.
Nothing. There is no.
Well, then I guess Ristic Study. Let's go take a look at Ristic Study. Looks like they haven't updated the pricing, and so Ristic Study might be. Yeah. You are correct, sir. Ding, ding, ding. You win. Matt won't let us have a soundboard.
Yeah. But most of these are.
It's not a 5-color. For whatever reason, I thought Atraxa was the 5-color commander.
Actually, this doesn't look too bad. This isn't the most egregious thing I've seen in the world.
I'm just not into that like teenager anime style.
It really does look like the weird kid in your metals class that's really good with colored pencils drew this.
Study foil? What's a study foil?
You have to remember it's like the game's like 20 years old.
Game.
So like it's gonna be.
Is there a new type of foiling? Shit, what did I miss?
But
I think that Nyx Bloom Ancient isn't terrible.
Isn't there one? There's like something called Astral Titan. Isn't one of them? Which is basically just.
We don't talk about Astral Titans here, especially not during Pride Month.
But then a bunch of them are just straight
like that
up.
One that's screen grab. Just so lazy.
Like, yeah.
No, more Ristic Studies. I love stacks.
Okay, this looks kind of cool. Kefka's Tower. I mean, very watercolory. Looks like something I would do at a like sip and paint. What up, DJ?
Probably while you're sniffing paint.
I thought you were saying while you were sipping paint, like drinking paint. Like this is probably something I would do to paint, sipping paint.
That's not.
I feel like Charlie from It's Always Sunny.
This is like a cheap proxy. If you saw this, you'd be like, the proxies aren't allowed.
I mean, I would just look at it and be like, hey, where do you buy your proxies from? Yeah.
Oh, you know what? If I pop that Joker in the box that I get, I forgot that they had Vial Smasher. I like him.
All right, this is kind of cool.
Oh, that's why I didn't buy it from
an anime.
I remember now. So the place that has the sleeves for $10, they want $10 shipping, and you can if you spend $500, it's free shipping.
Yo, DJ. Don't know if I said hello. At any rate, yeah, I want to talk real quick about what I've been doing this week. We haven't really talked much about video games for a minute. Been all Final Fantasy all the time lately.
All anybody cares about.
We're in the thick of it.
It's all Final Fantasy all the time. Did Sherry get you into a new MMO, Bob?
No. Actually, I went old school with a new flavor. As I announced last week, I'm playing EverQuest again, but I'm playing the Hero's Journey, which is made. It's a player-run server. It's a community-run server that is. It takes EverQuest and makes it single-player-able all the way through the raids and everything. So it's a lot more immediate gratification. It's not so much grind till your ears fall off
or something. Yeah.
It's not balanced at all. It's all about just you smashing face.
No, a rebalance. Not saying it's balanced. They just changed it.
It's meant to be single player. And it's very fun for me. And there was a nice gentleman by the name of, I don't know if it's Skunked. It's Skunk with a D on the end of it. So I don't know if it's Skunk D or Skunked.
Skunk.
But he
I like that.
He Sherpa'd me through the game, which was very, very nice, to be brought up to speed, because I was just kind of tooling around thinking like it's old EverQuest and going slow.
It's surprising how welcoming some communities are. Like every once in a while I dabble with Fallout 76, and it is one of the most welcoming communities I've ever been in. Like 100%, you can load up and within an hour there are like 5 different people giving you free stuff.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like a talk. It's called The Hero's Journey. EverQuest The Hero's Journey. You can play it absolutely for free. So it's available to everybody. And if you've never played EverQuest, or if you want to try it out and poke me, especially the members, we do gameplay with members. We play with our members.
Play with members.
Off stream though.
Well, we play with our members. And we don't put it on video. But
Coach, I think you got a pretty good opinion right there. Products do often get open so early that sometimes they lose the height shortly after the main release. I think that can be very true, and I also think that's one of the reasons why there is a bit of a gap between Final Fantasy's release and the upcoming Edge of Eternities being the next one, and that's in August. So that gives us a 2-month window to really consume this product as much as they want us. As much as they'll give us, I think is going to get sold.
Yeah, I never did understand the pre-release release system. Like, why is there a pre-release? I just don't know. Why?
Well, I don't think the pre-release is the problem. I think the problem was that they pre-sold this all the way back in January, right? So people have been looking for this and spoilers, and we've been on this hype train for almost 6 months already. Right, and we're just at pre-release weekend, so it feels like it's an old set, even though we don't have cards in hand yet. Right, so a lot of you're right. A lot of the excitement and buzz kind of got drawn out over many months. I honestly think that pre-selling it and getting people involved with it that early is a mistake. I think it hurts the general flow. I think it interrupts print cycles. I think that it really it's really kind of harmful in the long run for the set itself. I won't say for their sales. It worked on this one. The problem with gimmicks like this is how many times can they get away with it?
I'm going to go with 7. That's my.
You can't keep getting away with it.
We'll see what happens with Spider-Man and Avatar towards the end of it. I do think that how they're handling IPs is definitely very different than what they've done before, and I'm of course very interested to see where Magic's going. I'm not quitting anytime soon, but it's definitely been an up and down battle, and hey, we'll see.
Well, honestly, I think the one that's gonna kind of take it in the shorts is Avatar. I think that Spider-Man is going to have far less buzz about it. It already has far less buzz about it.
Yeah.
And I think basically all the money's being spent is spent. And Spider-Man's just going to suffer for it. And I think that Airbender is going to suffer even more. And they're going to have a Final Fantasy holiday Chocobo bundle or some shit.
Oh man, if they do, it'll probably be worth it.
I mean, who cares about full art, by the way? That's the only art version I care about. I select that for my proxies every single time. I don't want the normal version.
I'm talking about the full arts. Look at the value of full arts in Magic. Nobody cares, especially full art lands. Full art lands used to be the hot potato, man. The unglued lands were the only full art lands for
Once
20
they
years.
Made, every single. It felt like every set came with full art lands. And yeah, that was definitely a big shift. But when it comes to like the Ozolith versus the extended art version of the Ozolith, people definitely care.
There's some that I like the regular bordered version compared to the full art version.
Yeah, I could see that though.
I just do. It kind of that's nice. Kind of frames it and easier to read oftentimes because they do weird shit sometimes with the fonts and coloring. And it's like, that's hard to read. And sometimes it's just refreshing to look at a regular standard Magic card and go, I can read that.
And speaking of video games playing lately, I've been getting back into Starfield for some reason. I don't know why. I randomly clicked on a video and it came up somewhere. So I was like, it's on Xbox Game Pass. I pay for that and might as well. So I got it on the PC and boy, oh boy, it looks so much better than it did on my Xbox. So gotta say, it's definitely a gorgeous experience. And they had some like HD retextures and optimization over the last year or so since I've been away from it. And surprisingly fun experience getting back into that.
I don't know if I've ever played Starfield.
It's fine.
I almost never do. I shared a link. There it is. If you want to learn more about that hero's journey,
look at you go.
There's a link for you.
Woo! He's doing it.
That was something.
Mm-hmm.
There it is.
You saw it here live, folks.
And
what's
speaking
the game that
of
I'm thinking
more
of that's like Starfield?
You know what we haven't done yet? It's 56 minutes into an hour-long stream. That's right. If you haven't already, please click that like button and subscribe if you haven't. If you want to catch more of us for at least another 30 minutes after the show, become a member. You get to watch us break boxes and build decks and play Commander before anybody else, and all for the bargain basement price of just 99 cents a month. So please consider becoming a member. Also, do you have our affiliate link?
It's just in the description down below.
Okay, so down below in the description, if you're going to buy some cards overpriced during the hype period, we recommend not doing that. So after the hype period, buy all you want and use our affiliate link, please. It helps out the channel. It helps us do some things, and hopefully bring better content to you all.
Woo! It's totally true.
I did the YouTube thing. Love us.
And if you want to get more out of us, like Bob said, we do some members only content, and we've got an episode going up live right after this. Yes, that's right. We're going to continue streaming to members only. So click that link down there in the comment section, and that'll bring up the next video, or check out the post that we've made recently.
Amen. All right. What have you guys got coming up for this week? I'm just going to be playing more Hero's Journey. Looking to get some more of my product in. I do have one collector box in hand. Going to wait till I get the other ones before we consider whether or not we're going to open one and then which one we're going to open. That's what I got going on this week. What about you guys?
I've been playing Etheria Restart, which is a new game for gotcha fans. Pretty good.
Pat, how are you feeling your time this week?
So far, like I said, I'm playing some Starfield, so that's definitely been a fun one. I've also been getting back into Anno 1800 in preparation for their Anno 117 coming out later this year. That one's going to be another premier city builder. And gotta say, Anno 1800, probably one of the most challenging and also most entertaining city builders. Pretty much everything you want for controls and abilities, it's got, and by God, it's beautiful. It'll make your PC scream.
Oh, I completely forgot about it. Path of Exile 1 came out with an expansion announcement, and it's launching on the 16th, I think, is the date, 13th, something like that. It looks really good, so I'll be playing that the following week.
There's one more thing.
Vacation for work for that.
There's one more thing we forgot to share, guys. How would you feel about pre-order? Pat, can you bring up the picture? I think Matt maybe shared it earlier. Pre-ordering through a store with a catch. They'll let you pre-order.
Oh, not that picture.
Not that picture.
Let's see. I won't spoil what the three of us would do. I want to know what you guys in the audience would do if this is the deal that they offer you for your pre-release. Pat, you want to go ahead and read that out?
So sealed versus unsealed product pricing. This store states, to help limit scalping and ensure the community has fair access to products, 1, if you are okay with us unsealing your product at pickup, we will honor the original pre-order price. Or if you would like to keep your product sealed, it will be sold at current market price. If you already know what you would prefer the unsealed price when confirming your pre-order, please let us know so we can prep your shit ahead of time.
So I'm curious what people in the audience would do. I don't know. Can we throw up a quick poll? Is that yes or no? Just a two answer poll. Matt, I'd like to hear your thoughts on it. What would you do?
So this is in the idea that I've pre-ordered from us an LGS, and then they came out with this banger.
Yeah.
I would likely just cancel it. There's no. I don't think there's a chance that I would keep. I mean, I guess it depends. So like, there's one of the side of the fence that like you could still sell the single packs as long as they don't open the fucking packs. If they open the packs too, that's crazy. But if they don't open the packs, then I guess it becomes the situation where it still could be worth it if the price is cheap enough that it's worth keeping it sealed still and letting them open the box, but then selling the single packs. It's annoying, and it's definitely like at one point I get it, but at the other time I just don't think it's up to an LGS to worry about scalpers.
I think it is, but I certainly think that there are better ways to handle it rather than saying we're going to open it. How about you limit it to 1 per customer? Period.
So far,
and you need to pick it up.
No.
And you need to pick it up in person. What about you, Pat? What would you do?
Nah, man. Nah. This is not cool.
Hell no.
Yeah.
Hell no. Yeah. Like we need like an F no option in there, not just yes, no, but F no.
Unacceptable.
Like that's just completely unacceptable. I would definitely no longer do business with that store.
Yeah, for sure.
That is a terrible thought to curb scalping. There are certainly much better ways. Like, hey, you can pre-order up to 1 box on a hype set. And since it's going to be limited, you go into a lottery style. You're not guaranteed to get product. Everybody can pre-order it at pre-order pricing. And that would certainly get rid of scalpers. Limit 1, and you're in a lottery.
I mean, personally, my opinion on it would be, if you said I could buy this at this price, honor it. Even though it's more expensive, like, what the fuck? Like, I don't know, like, really how this. Okay, cool. Well, you want to resell it? Go right ahead. This was the agreement. This for this. If the price went down, are you going to give me a better price? No, the fuck you aren't.
Okay, but if they're trying to curb scalping, what would you do to curb scalping if you owned a store?
It's not their purview. It's not
okay,
on them.
But if you were, what could you come up with as a better option to curb rather than unsealing people's product?
I wouldn't. I would do nothing about it. It is not up to me to do so.
Okay. What about you, Matt? What different way could you come up with to curb the scalpers?
I wouldn't do anything. I mean, limiting the product is fine. It just kind of stems the bleeding. It doesn't solve anything. If anything, it fucks over the people that want more than one thing, and they're getting screwed over because they can't.
Well, they're already screwed over too by the opening their damn product.
Not really. Not if they plan to open it anyways. It's not great, but it is what it is.
You'll have to stick around to the members only stream if you want to get more of our uncensored and candid opinions. Make sure to click the link over there in the comment section, and we'll have to pick up our conversation over there.
There'll be 150% more F-bombs, surely.
Yeah, maybe.
Probably within the first 3 minutes.
Hells yeah. Okay, guys, this has been a great one. Till next time, bye, y'all. Dance.